Hey guys, it's Nowhere Girl. Today we're in my bedroom. So welcome to my channel and my first video. Today for my first video, I was racking my brain on what to do. First I wanted to do like a get to know me tag, and then I wanted to do like a haul or something, but none of it felt like real enough to me. Like it didn't feel right. So today I am going to do my cancer story. What better way for you to get to know me than telling you all about this? So let's get into it. So a year ago next month, I was diagnosed with aggressive B-cell lymphoma with a giant 13 by 9 centimeter tumor right about here, pressing on my lung and my aorta. So what happened is I went on a trip to Mexico for grad, and when I came back, I had this really bad cough, and I waited 2 weeks, it didn't go away. I went to the walk-in. The doctor's like, oh, it'll be fine, it'll go away, because colds do that. So I waited another 2 weeks, it was getting worse. I went to a different doctor. He's like, okay, I think you have pneumonia, let's go for a chest x-ray. So I did, and he's like, oh yeah, you have a lot of pneumonia. So he gave me some antibiotics to take over the weekend and said to come in for another x-ray on Tuesday. So I did, took the antibiotics, went in for the x-ray Tuesday morning before I went to work. I went to work, my mom called the store, like, the doctor's calling me, you need to call him back right now. So I called him and he's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. There's a giant dark spot on your lung. I don't know what it is. You need to go to the hospital right now. So that was really scary for me. I'd never had anything wrong before. I'd never had to go to the hospital. And now suddenly I have to go immediately. So I went to the Red Deer Hospital. They gave me a CT, took some blood, all of that stuff. They couldn't figure out what was wrong. So after being there for a couple hours, they sent me by ambulance down to Calgary. So I got my diagnosis after being there a week, and then we started chemo right on the Thursday, and we did chemo Thursday, Friday, and I finally got released Saturday. So after that, I did 6 rounds of chemo every 3 weeks. And 2 weeks into it, my hair started falling out, and that was absolutely heartbreaking. I have never been so upset in my life. I'm tearing up thinking about it because it was so traumatic for me. And yeah, so we were doing that. Everything was good. Halfway through, I think it was just an x-ray, and my doctor's like, yeah, your tumor has shrunk 75%. So it went from being this big to this big. That's a bit of an exaggeration. But so it did that, and yeah, then, we keep doing what we're doing. I finish chemo at the end of November, and then at the beginning of January, I go for a PET scan, a PET scan, which finds all the cancer and stuff. And yeah, they called me 2 days later. They're like, hey, can you come in? And I'm like, oh fuck, something's wrong. And I'm like, is it something with the scan? And they're like, oh no, it's a scheduling thing. You know when they call you 2 days after a scan that something is wrong. So me and mom go in on the Friday, and my doctor told us that I had more tumors. So I had a couple pop up here. They weren't very big, but they had grown while on chemo, so it meant they were chemo resistant. So that was another big shot. I was devastated. We had spent so long thinking it was working, and I had been acting like the cancer was a minor inconvenience, and suddenly there's more. So right away they set us up with a new team of doctors, and I had to get a stem cell transplant, which, if you don't know what that is, basically they hook you up to a machine, they draw your blood, and it runs through this machine, and it separates out your blood from your stem cells, and it keeps stem cells. And then the blood goes back into you, and they take the stem cells and freeze them until they put them back into you. So I went in February. I spent a week in the hospital doing injections to raise my stem cell level, and then after a week and a half, they took the stem cells out, and then I was there for another day, and then I left. And then I had 3 weeks at home, and then I came back into the hospital. I spent a couple days doing God knows what, and then I got my stem cells back. So what happened then is there were little tiny bags, and they had 2 of them, I think. And they just hooked me up. It took half an hour. So yeah, we did that. And then after that, we did some high intensity chemo. 1 day of that chemo was 7 times as strong as my normal chemo. So there were 3 days of that. And one of the chemo drugs burned literally everything from my mouth to my butthole. So for 5 days, the inside of my throat was falling off. It was really painful and really gross. So yeah, we did all of that, and then I had to be close to the hospital for at least 3 weeks after. So my dad and I just rented a house down here, and I'm living here now. And so we wait the month or so until I have to go for a PET scan to see if it worked. Go for the PET scan. Find out it still hasn't worked. Most of the cancer is gone, but there's still activity. All of this is gone, but in the big main tumor, there was still cancer. And we obviously can't have that happen. So then, at the end of May, I started radiation. 2 days before my the day before my birthday, I went for my first round of radiation, which isn't really a big deal. They line you up on kind of a CT machine. It spins around you for a minute. Yeah, a minute or two. It's in and out in 5 minutes. And there were no side effects. I didn't lose my hair. It's kept growing. I got really, really tired, but that was about it. And I got a bit of skin irritation, around here. You can see it's peeling. Ooh. But yeah, so the radiation was a fairly painless process in general, but it's just been such a crazy year. I got cancer, I did chemo, I got more cancer, I did a stem cell transplant, I did radiation. We threw the kitchen sink at this shit, and now I'm here, and it's insane. I've gone through so much in 1 year, and I'm only 20, and more has happened in the past year than it has in the past 19. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so that is my story. If you liked it, please thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see. Do you want to know more about my cancer? Do you want to know cancer beauty and skincare stuff? I don't know. What do you guys want to see? I'm thinking the channel's gonna be a lifestyle cancer beauty channel, but tell me what you guys think. Alrighty, you guys have a great day. See you.